What is going on, everyone? My name is Boyd. I'm back with some more Age Mythology. The Titans are actually spawning in the bottom of the map in the red color, playing as Odin. His name is Gaboo the 21st. His opponent today in the blue color, playing as Ra. His name is Ed Sheeran fan. The map is Oasis, and this is game number 3 for week 3 between Steve and Gaboo. If you didn't get that, that's what's happening. This is the Challenge League, and it's very exciting, and I'm having a good time. You're having a good time. At least I assume you're having a good time. Otherwise, you'd probably leave. Please don't leave. Please enjoy yourself. We've seen some very strong games here from both players, both actually ending in a Ragnarok, which, you know, that's how the game goes. And now we're moving into another game, which could potentially end in a Ragnarok, or defend the Ragnarok, or kill the other player before the Ragnarok happens. Steve's played a lot of different gods this Challenges League. I've seen him play Poseidon. I've seen him play Odin. I've seen him play Zeus, Ra now. So he is a many god player, which I love seeing. I love seeing all of the gods getting played because they're all so exciting and interesting and different. I reckon Age Mythology is so good because of that one single thing, in that the gods are so very diverse. If you check out like a game like Age of Empires 2, all the civilizations, they seem very, very similar, do they not? Tell me I'm wrong. Age Mythology, best Age of game by far. Nobody else knows what they're talking about if they say differently, and we're going to get a remake for us, an Age of Empires 2, an Age of Mythology 2, right? That's going to happen. Great. I can't wait to hear you all being excited about that. Completely official, and not me just saying it for the sake of saying it at all. Anyways, celebratory yay. Anyways, let's talk about this matchup a little bit. Ra versus Odin. Odin's got a couple of ways to win this one without having to Ragnarok. So the first way is a gold staff on the second gold mine. If you check out the map, is it possible? Yes, this map is awful for Ed Sheeran fan for Steve. We've got this gold mine here, very far away from the second town center. This gold mine here, very far away from the second town center. This gold mine here, also very far away. So all Gaboo has to do is, in the early game, come forward and wall this off over here, like a wall, maybe even just wall this town center off, like a wall here to here, and a wall here to here. And then he blocks off this gold mine and then just devote everything over onto this top side. Potentially Skadi or even Njord could be enough to push through and prevent this one. If Steve goes for a 2-town center play, that is, this is very, very viable. Potentially even a fast heroic here with Njord could be a way to go to pick off this town center and get some extra gold spent before you go for the gold staff or something like that. Anyways, to turn that off, and we are seeing villagers moving up onto this hut pack here, which is obviously what would happen. That's gotta happen, and we do see Steve's build order. A bit funny, but it's about normal. 2 villagers wood, a couple of villagers gold, rest going to food, trying to advance by like 5:30. Gaboo, on the other hand, he's advancing a little bit late here. Not sure what that's about. Normally you want to go up a little bit faster and see what you can do, but he may have some sort of plan for us. He's got 5 villagers on, or 5 dwarves on gold, 4 gatherers on food, going for 5 here. So this is looking like a fast second town center for Gaboo. Looking like he's going to play very similarly to the last game. But Ra does a little bit better than Zeus in the Boom War. In fact, does exceptionally good in the Boom War. We see a Black Lotus here as well, but Steve not going to have spotted that one at all. In fact, he hasn't seen his relic at all here. It is over here. We have Armor of Achilles. Good relic for the Norse player. And the Raven's checking out everything, going to try and spot the map. He has actually, unfortunately, missed this gold mine. That's fine. Ursa moves forward. Njal Maceface is grabbing the Black Lotus. We also have Karen Acerora. Nice. Double Longhouse coming up for Gaboo, so not going for the fast second town center. We do have Steve going through Tar here. Has 8 villagers on gold. No villagers making their way over to a second town center, so it may just be a 1 town center fast heroic, and that's what's happening here. Potentially even like a fast mythic could be an option here. The Valkyrie going to come over here and get greeted by the Pharaoh. Villagers should be fine so long as Steve targets it, which he does. And the Valkyrie going to immediately retreat away. There's a Wadget here already to help deal that damage. And there's the Black Lotus for Gaboo going into the temple. And yet again, more Ulfsark coming out for Gaboo, which is a little bit peculiar in this matchup. Steve says, nice relic. The Ulfsark don't really counter much. And Steve going 1 town center fast heroic probably does indicate that he wants to make chariot archers. Generally, 1 town center fast heroic is a chariot archer kind of vibe. But we'll see what he does. We'll see these units moving in straight away. Going to be able to actually pick off all of these units here. The villager's going to have to fight a little bit if he wants to stay here, which he does do. Turns onto them. They're going to get pulled away from those Ulfsark as the villagers are jumping onto the more units streaming in for Gaboo though. Villagers over here fighting against those Herser. The Wadget in the back does get picked off, and maybe worthwhile to just shifting stance this, which he does do. Pulls these units into the town center here, garrisons the Pharaoh, and most of those units going to get picked off or lose a lot of HP here. 2 more Ulfsark do die. And the Pharaoh survives as well. So all these units coming back into the berry bush. There's not that much or that many goats left. We do see Shadoof is coming forward here. And Steve says, oops, not sure what that's about. But he's fine here. He's nice use of shifting sands. Picks off that initial fight there. There's the second town center coming up now for Gaboo. I like the pressure so far from Gaboo, but see if he can keep it going. The Valkyrie coming in now, going to look for some villagers onto this wood line here. May cast Forest Fire. Probably not the best usage of Forest Fire here. He picks off the lumber camp, does a little bit of damage here. Villagers do retreat and be completely fine here, but I would have liked to see him maybe hold on to it, Forest Fire this to open this area up a little bit later. This temple is very, very poorly placed as well. Oh, hitting the villagers as it just decides that it can walk through the gold mine. Seems to be a thing that's possible here. And the villagers retreating away. And jumping straight into that watchtower for retreating away here. The Valkyrie making its way back in. Going to be hitting some of these villagers. Steve needs to hit those. Hathor comes through. But Sukkos plus Rock coming out now. Villagers retreating back into that tower. Nice play so far. And the Miguel Stronghold coming down. It's kind of good positioning here actually, but it's still not securing this gold mine whatsoever. And Steve not utilizing that rock just yet. Needs to drop the Patsukos into the rock. Go for raids straight away. We're seeing Gaboo out of hunt now. Going to move on to these berries. Has 10 goat here. Run out of gold as well as 17 villagers on gold. He does have 500 gold in the bank, so totally fine here, but to get to the next age, there's a lot of dwarves here. We see him pulling the dwarves away from the gold here. Going to move them onto goats. Very, very good. Now the Ulfsark moving in, checking out what's going on over here. But Sukkos picks it off very, very fast. Mining camp going up. Ulfsark's coming in. You see a Locust coming down onto these villagers. Gets 2 villager kills. Not quite a third one. Didn't bring the Patsukos in. Do you see these throwing axe? But do they have no axe of must spell? But the rock going to get pushed back. It's going to be kind of a pretend raven here for the time being. And the raids for Ed Sheeran fan going to start moving over onto these dwarves over here. See the Ulfsark coming around the corner here. Mark going up for Steve. See if he can do anything. There's nothing over on this side. Just going to be checking out the town center, it looks like. And this 4 unit raid, probably going to get a dwarf pick here. As it's retreating away, and it does get picked off. Gaboo with the instant reaction though. Can actually lose 2 though. As he picks it off, nice micro to pull away with a kind of fade away on the on that arrow flying through the air. Love to see it. Now, the cavalry coming up for Ed Sheeran fan. I don't think he should be building cavalry against this pure Ulfsark stuff here. If anything, just get a barracks out and make some axemen. But the raid is going to come now onto this gold mine here. Nice play by keeping the rock here as well, so he can retreat away from it once the Ulfsark come in. He's just going to leave the gold line, unfortunately. Not sure why he didn't attack that, but he could move over and hit this this wood line here. The Ulfsark do spot these. cavalry going to do a lot of damage to them. But Ed Sheeran fan now sees that. He could make a move over there with all of these units. Pick off these Ulfsark, especially with the Pitsukos. If he brings that with it, does a lot of damage. The units now coming in. Turn around, going to go for this fight. We do see a rain going down now. The Raven taking some damage there. The Ulfsark getting pulled back more. Gabooian units making their way in now. Check out the population. It's currently 86 to 99. And Ed Sheeran fan needs to like micro these cavalry away, which he does do. But these Ulfsark run very fast now. They're lone wanderers, so they go speedy. He dodged those chariot archer fight. They don't dodge a Pitsukos though. Should be making those Pitsukos. Ed Sheeran fan still not that much food. I would expect him to have a little bit more with that rain. He's got 16 farms here. It's got plow, no husbandry. Need to get husbandry. It's a very important upgrade. Make sure farms gather much faster. I'm also not sure why Gaboo's making throw an axeman here against this. This is kind of good for Steve fighting against this kind of an army. Let's see if it matters or not. Still no second town center. Villagers finally making their way over here to grab this one. The walls are already up for Steve. This is some really nice play from Steve. Nice, slow and methodical. Does need to get a little bit more active with this military though. He's kind of got the initiative here. We don't see a next stage. Well, there's the Skadi for Gaboo. So that's going to be huge. Help him out quite a bit. Now the cavalry coming in. Going to micro it away while the chariot archers deal some damage. You got to focus fire those throwing axemen, I reckon. There's the Skadi, and we see Ed Sheeran fan retreating away here with throwing axemen coming in to help out. But there's the third town center going up now for Steve. Gaboo not with that one at all. The rock chilling on top of it to make sure it's not just grabbed willy-nilly. But Sukkot's finally coming in, but still not doing all too much. In fact, he's going to be retreating, and I'm not sure where he's going with that army there. Not sure what the point of it is. Ulfsark now coming over onto this town center. No market up just yet for Gaboo. So no Mythic Age on the horizon. Ed Sheeran fan could go through Horus nice and early here. We do see two town centers sort of Ras get up at about 1330, but this is a one town center Ra here, so it's a bit slower. You see the rock raid starting to happen, flying over to this settlement here. Going to try and prevent it from going up, but it's going to be too slow. It looks like even if he drops it onto it, it's going to be too slow. Rock flying over here, going to find these villagers. This could be huge. Gaboo not paying attention, not pulling these villagers back. Doesn't see the rock has like 14 units in it, and drop them down here and pick off a lot of these villagers. Nice play here from Ed Sheeran fan. He's trying to get some sort of a block here. Frost comes down. Could have actually quick garrisoned those units and avoided the frost, but he's got the rock there to retreat. And now we see Gaboo going after this town center with those frost giants. There's no units over here to help out. And it's looking like either having to build some mercenary to defend this or just sacking the town center. Meanwhile, some barracks coming up now. Finally going to start making some axemen against this army here. We see Gaboo very close to the Mythic Age as well as he takes down this town center. I like this play here, doing a lot of damage while booming, while getting up in the tech. And instantly getting the town center for himself as well. Oops, sorry. Now The rocks coming back over here. Some Huskarl over ready to defend, as well as the hill fort. Let's pick off this rock. Now it's looking like Gaboo is in a pretty commanding position, to be honest. And if he does hit Balder here, hits this, and he just breaks through this top here. There's no gold mines left for Steve to defend against. And it's looking like Gaboo is kind of just getting let to do whatever he wants. And Steve's forgotten about his rock, which has 14 units in it. Osiris is on the way though, so we'll see if that can help him out. Pops the Pharaoh out a little bit early here. Now it's taking down this Frost Giant. Instant Son of Osiris coming in now. Gonna help pick off a lot of these units. This does change things quite a bit because the Mummy picks off those Frost Giants nice and easily. And then the Son of Osiris does a lot of damage to this. We do see Steve immediately grabbing Secrets of the Titans, but I'm not sure that that's a good idea against Odin, who's on 4 town centers, going through Balder anytime soon. Right now, 40% actually. So the Secrets of the Titans is not going to do anything for him. Would have been better to just trade the food and wood into gold and just make towers, to be honest. We are garrisoning those units. Tries to pick off some villages over here, but just immediately garrison into that hill fort. Don't see any siege works here for Ed Sheeran fam. One of the big things you can do when someone Ragnaroks with Ra specifically with these rocks is get like 2 siege towers and then just leave the rock over here with them in there, and then like a minute after the Rag just move in and kill out the entire base while he's attacking you with everything. This is going to be yet again another huge Ragnarok here, and Ed Sheeran doesn't even want to see it. Just taps out. And GG. Well played by Gaboo. Nice play here. Just standard Odin. Feel like Steve just didn't have too much of a plan. Couldn't do too much against Gaboo. He just couldn't break through the defenses. He got a couple of good raids. Pretty of a weak Locust. When you advance to the heroic age off of 1 town center, you got to do a lot of strong maneuvers and do a lot of damage, but he just didn't get it done, and the Odin just kept getting further and further ahead, and then getting caught out with his army. Not making Axeman was a huge mistake. You have to make Axeman if your opponent's making Ulfsark. Very important. Or just go pure Chariot Archers is another option. But he didn't do it, and Gaboo wins the series 2-1. GG, well played. I'm going to be heading off for now, so thank you guys for watching. If you have enjoyed, please consider hitting the follow button on the Twitch or the subscribe button on the YouTubes. And I'll see you guys next time.